I got a good one for you today. I got a brand new toy we're gonna be cracking out today. I'm gonna be using the Oklahoma Joe Fire Crate. Picked this thing up the other day. I'm really excited to use it. So today we're gonna break it in. We're gonna test it out with a little bit of a black Angus chuck roast. They say it's the poor man's steak. We're gonna give it a try and see what's up. Let's get it.
Bad bitches in a beamer, that's a big deal. Chrome heart got me kissing on his best friend. Put in work, baby, you could be my best man. Sending cash in my account, he investing.
With any type of over-the-fire cooking, we gotta get our coals hot and ready. So today, we're gonna be smoking on some Cowboy lump charcoal. Real wood flavor for long cooking times. The Cowboy way. Grilling over an open fire is the oldest method of cooking known to man. On the western frontier, it was the only way to feed the hungry cowhands. Frontier food was prepared over glowing wood embers and characterized by its hearty flavor and inviting aroma. It was over those traditions that the first cowboy cuisine was born. Welcome. Today, we're going to be using Cowboy brand lump charcoal. Let's get it. This is not the right way to do this, but it's the only way I know how. Gonna burn my fucking fingers. And just for some asshole to tell me how. The thing over there, and the thing over there. And pretty soon I'll look at the thing over there. They see me rolling, they hating, patrolling, trying to get my chimney stack glowing. Welcome back. So this ribeye has been on here for about 7 minutes and 31 seconds. I timed it. Trust me. Gotta have to take my word for it. I was there. So ribeye's gone. Chuck roast is on. We're gonna go ahead and give it a flip now. So just, don't overthink it. Oh, look at that. Look at that. So this is a big old thick boy, guys. So there's a lot of meat to there. Remember, this is a chuck roast after all. So it's gonna take a little bit of time to cook down, but this one was pretty heavily marbled. There's a lot of fat in there, and we all know when cooking, fat is flavor. So we're gonna let this thing cook probably for another 5 to 10 minutes. Holy shit. Definitely need some gloves when you do with this. All right, so today we're gonna be using our Temp Spike. So this is one of those really cool things that if you got it, go ahead and use it. We're gonna go ahead and measure the internal temperature of this meat. We wanna make sure that we're reaching roughly between like 130, 135 degrees. So you wanna stick it in the fattest part of this guy. So we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna try to insert it here on this piece without trying not to get burned. All right. All right, so right now we're at an internal temperature of 111 degrees. These meat probes, man, or these Temp Spikes, I am not sponsored by Temp Spike, but these things are freaking sick, man. You can program it to your phone, you can set a temperature, you can go in the house, lay down, have a beer, or whatever you want. It'll let you know when it's ready to go. So at 111 degrees internal temperature, so we're gonna go ahead, we're just gonna give it a quick little flip. Look at that coloration, look at that char. This steak is beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. Keep in mind, it is a chuck roast. So my gut feeling is telling me this is gonna be a super tough and gritty steak. But everyone on the internet right now is saying this is the way to go. So I'm trying it out for you so that way you don't have to. So this guy cost me about $14 at Aldi's today. Not a lot of money, but that is, that's shit. I go to McDonald's right now, I spend 15, 16 bucks on a quarter pounder with cheese, right? So if you can get yourself a big old hearty meaty steak for $14 that you can split with the family, let's go ahead and do it. Let's try it out. Let's see if it's worth it or not. We're gonna do like a really quick impromptu cowboy butter. This isn't gonna be like the best cowboy butter you've ever seen, but what we're gonna do, we're gonna go ahead and throw in about 5 little pads of butter. We're gonna hit this with a little bit more salt and a little bit more pepper and with a little bit more salt. And then I got this really cool Parmesan garlic truffle mix. It's really tasty. We're just gonna do a little bit of this, not a lot. And we're just gonna go ahead and give it a nice little mix. Smash all that butter in there. Make sure that your butter is room temperature. If this is cold, unsoftened butter, it's gonna take you a little bit longer to work this down. But we're just gonna go ahead and give this a nice little mix. Get everything all incorporated here. And then while our steak is coming up to temperature even more, we're just gonna give it a nice little coating on top. All right, now that temperature is just gonna do the rest. It'll melt and it'll get even more flavor penetrating into this meat. That looks beautiful. So right now, guys, we're at 125 degrees internal temperature. We're about to pull it off here and let it rest for about 10 minutes. That way it'll continue to climb to about 130 degrees, 135 degrees before we slice into this guy and give it a taste test. We're gonna go ahead, it's rested for about 5-10 minutes, so we're gonna give it a nice little taste test. We're gonna cut into it, carve it up, see how she is. Nice and fatty. It is a little bit tough, kind of as I expected. We are cutting this against the grain. All right, I'm gonna give it a try here. All right, so honest review, honest reaction, what we did here, we cooked our chuck roast to 130 degrees, we pulled it off, we let it rest. We're actually sitting right at kind of like a medium cook here, so we're gonna give it a try, see how she is. First initial thought, that wasn't bad, man. Like, that actually really wasn't bad. It definitely throwing off some of them ribeye vibes. It is a slightly bit tougher than what a normal ribeye would be, but this is a big old chunk of meat. This is a big old big boy, so you're gonna have a little bit of an expectation of that. But if you're okay with it, flavor is right on point. It's really, really good, really delicious, very, very flavorful. We did that Parmesan garlic truffle cowboy butter. Sprinkle it on top of there, let that thing cook down a little bit more. We're gonna go in for another bite, see what we get. For the money, I'm telling you. So, honest review on this. If you can't do a ribeye, if it's just out of your means and you can get yourself a larger chunk of meat for the same amount of money or more bang for your buck, honestly, go ahead and do it. This is a fair compromise. I really enjoyed it. It came out really good, really flavorful. Actually, you know, pretty tender, all things considered. It's not as tough as I expected it to be. Really, really good, guys. So thanks for following along on today's episode. If you liked what you saw, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. It really helps me out, trying to grow the channel, trying to bring some more amazing content to you. Let me know down in the comments what you want to see on future episodes. Thanks for following along. Peace. Hey, welcome back to First Time Feast. Thanks for watching last week's episode. Today we got a good one for you. We're going to be testing out our brand new Oklahoma Joe Fire Crate, and we're going to be rocking out some ribeye steaks. Nope, chuck roast steaks.